Take a look at what happened.
President Donald Trump was nearly killed only a handful of hours ago after a gunman fired multiple rounds at him, one of which narrowly missed his head, hitting an inch to his right and grazing his ear. I cannot stress this enough that this is the single closest that a US president has been to assassination since Reagan. After the shooter was dispatched, Trump was then rushed to hospital and was later given the all clear by medical staff. Let's take a look at this historic moment.
And that comes right from the government services, comes right out of Border Patrol. Take a look at that. So that arrow is the lowest amount of illegal immigration ever in recorded history into our country. And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Trump momentarily goes into the freeze response when he hears the shots. He would have heard the bullet pass by him, which is why he instantly knew it was a life or death situation. Boles in 1970 conducted a study titled The Freezing Phenomenon in Humans and Animals, which found that the freeze response is a common reaction to fear in both humans and animals. We freeze in response to a stressor in an attempt to enhance our chances of survival by reducing detectability to predators. Movement is the single biggest giveaway of location to predators, so our brain forces us to remain still to buy us time. The first round impacts his ear, narrowly avoiding striking his head, which would have likely been fatal, but the pain takes a moment to register. As the pain increases, he then goes to grab his ear. This is another natural reaction. It's only when the PES team, or Secret Service, tells him to get down that he actually thinks to drop to the floor. This is so that they can pile on top of him and form a body shield around him. The shooter is still active, so they need to ensure the threat is neutralized before transporting him.
Move to spare. Hold. When you're ready. On you.
Ready?
Move.
Up.
Move. Go.
Up. Hawkeye's here.
Hawkeye's here. Move it to spare.
Spare, get ready. Spare, get ready.
We ready?
Shooter's down. Shooter's down.
Are we good?
Shooter's down.
Shooter's down. Are we good to move?
Shooter's down. We're good to move.
We're clear.
We're
Let's
clear.
move.
We're
Let's
clear.
move.
We're clear.
Come on.
Let me get my shoes.
That shot we hear after Trump is lying on the floor was likely one of the snipers neutralizing the shooter. We hear the round discharge, but we don't hear the impact like the others, meaning it was likely landing somewhere far away from the podium. It also sounds like a different caliber of round, although I could be mistaken. It was later confirmed that the shooter had been neutralized. I don't really tell people this, but I'm actually a licensed close protection operative in the UK. Part of my training was how to deal with an active shooter scenario, and I have to say these guys did a phenomenal job. To put yourself in front of your principal with a total disregard for your own safety is total professionality, and I have the deepest respect for these guys. One of the team then runs in, giving them the go-ahead to move him. This is likely because he had confirmation that the shooter was dead. You should only ever attempt to extract the principal if you have a clear route out, which they would have planned extensively beforehand. They now know that it's reasonably safe to transport him, and thus they extract him.
I got you, sir. I got you, sir.
Let me get my shoes, sir.
Hold that in your head. It's bloody.
So we gotta move to the bus. Move to the bus. Let me get my shoes.
Okay. My shoes down. My shoes.
Watch out.
Trump knows that this is an amazing opportunity to put on a bold face, which is why he's so adamant on demonstrating to the crowd, despite putting himself at unnecessary risk. He tenses his whole face when he's gesturing, and I think that's genuine. It's not an act. He has just been shot and is likely experiencing the effects of a bunch of chemicals, namely adrenaline being released as part of the defense mechanism being triggered. This causes our muscles to tense up in preparation to encounter a physical threat. It's why his whole face tenses up an extraordinary amount. He's trying to speak whilst dealing with extreme amounts of stress. This is no doubt a massive PR game for Trump. He has just fended off an attempt on his life and actively held his fist in defiance. What we're witnessing today is quite literally history, regardless of which side of the political fence you sit on, and makes for a very interesting analysis. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.